Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnapasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vichari Nirvisesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gauravaktavindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. You have some doubt, Mataji, you can ask now. From the PPT you had some doubt. Yeah, you can raise your hand, I'll unmute you. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. That PPT is so profound. As you rightly said, when I heard, I understood, and when I started discussing and reading it deeply, it is very, very profound, Prabhuji. Two doubts, as I have completed only two PPTs, Prabhuji, first two. So I have doubt in those two. You would have explained, Prabhuji, but somehow I think I missed that. In that Anartha at four level intelligence, mind, and chitta and ahankara, false ego. So in that
Yeah,
Prabhuji, that intelligence is put top of mind, Prabhuji. So what intelligence is head of mind, Prabhuji. Why here Tattva Vibrahma is put top of mind, Prabhuji?
Tattva Brahma is our understanding of the
Hmm.
philosophy.
Hmm.
So we can clear it by properly reading, by proper understanding of Shastra, we can overcome Tattva Brahma. And that is at
Oh,
the level of Buddhi. So that is the point. So
okay.
we all have some understanding of reality, but
Hmm.
we have to know that there is there is a wrong understanding. That is the reason we commit mistakes.
Hmm.
Tattva Brahma is like your uh, this karma, jnana, rituals, this, that. This is all because of Tattva Brahma only.
Hmm.
And that is one of the anarthas.
Hmm.
So why, like in India, this is so much. Many people have their own understanding
Yes,
of
Prabhuji.
reality.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So that is where everything goes wrong. So they
Hmm.
don't have the proper tattva understanding is not there.
Okay.
I will
And
just show that yeah, this one tattva vibrama. So misunderstanding of the truth. So
okay,
people
Prabhuji.
have this. So it's at the level of intelligence. Actually, of all the anarthas, this is most easy to overcome. If now for
Hmm.
us at least, if we are reading properly Dashamola Tattva, at least we can
Hmm.
overcome Tattva Vibrama.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that level of anartha is easy to overcome. That's why it is at the top.
Okay,
And then
Prabhuji.
more subtle is at our emotions and desires. That's why it is Asat Trishna. And then
Okay,
Hridaya
Prabhuji.
Darbala is weakness of heart. So it's like that. So the categorization is based on how deeper the anarthas are.
Okay, okay. And Prabhuji, in the there is a slide explaining how we should progress. As of now, a sadhaka in the beginning he is egocentric, Prabhuji, and
Yeah,
he has to go to Krishna centric. That is the perfected stage, Prabhuji. So in
yeah,
between those two, there is a sadhu centric. And
yeah,
the slide says that we cannot skip that to go to the, you cannot skip from first stage to third stage without that center one, Prabhuji. And that is a
yes,
mandatory one, it's mentioned there, Prabhuji.
yes,
So in that, the explanation given is keeping the sadhu's desire above our desire and working on it. That is also mentioned, Prabhuji. So I just
yes.
want understand more about that. What is that's sadhu centric and practically what am I supposed to do for that, Prabhuji, for my own growth?
Most important, like say now we are, our guru has some purpose, he has some mission. So that should be
Hmm.
our mission also.
Hmm.
We also should give that as priority. Okay, Guru want that preaching should happen. So I'll give priority to preaching. If Guru wants that, whatever, if he is interested in something, he want me to chant nicely. So that is the priority for me because that is Guru's desire that I should chant. If Guru's
So this is a
desire is I
broad
should understand
spectrum,
Bhagavatam.
Prabhuji.
Huh?
Okay. This is a broad spectrum because all the gurus, especially from right from Srila Prabhupada and all the gurus, their instruction fall in line with Srila Prabhupada's instruction, Prabhuji. Do preaching and everything. I'm asking you in a personal level how I should interact with sadhus, like because I am in a stage where I am in a neophyte stage now, Prabhuji. I am dependent on seniors, I'm taking guidance from seniors. So in this stage, what is that sadhu centric means for me? That is what I want to. What am I
Oh,
supposed to do?
so for our level, na, it is
Hmm.
because see, Prabhupada was directly giving instructions to his disciples and they were completely into Prabhupada's mission. And
Hmm. Hmm.
Guru, who has very less number of disciples, he can directly give instruction. Okay, do this for me. And they are just focused in Guru's mission. Like he has some project and everybody
Hmm.
is not involved in that project of Guru. They
Hmm.
completely give whole life and soul to develop say some farm project or some project they are giving their life.
Oh.
So like that
Oh.
they have that opportunity. And
Hmm.
many of them they directly serve the projects of Guru. It becomes easy for them to follow. So for our
Hmm.
level, we may not be directly involved in Guru's
Yes,
project.
Prabhuji.
So
Yes.
then we will do in a broader level. Like Prabhupada want book distribution, Prabhupada want
Hmm.
preaching,
Hmm.
Prabhupada want that holy name should be chanted by us. So that is also a dedication to Guru's mission only. That okay, I will chant nicely and I will
Hmm.
inspire the people around me to chant nicely. So
Hmm.
let me chant. Even if I chant properly, also it will be a great effect on the people around me. I'll behave properly. So that
Hmm.
is also
Hmm.
preaching. Not that just speaking is preaching.
Hmm.
Behaving properly and with the family members is also proper preaching. So the if
Hmm.
I am not able to speak, at least I will behave properly. So that is
Hmm.
also Guru's mission.
Hmm.
So if you are conscious, then Guru will give that intelligence, what exactly he want. So
Oh.
generally what happens is we are not conscious about what Guru wants. So that's why
Hmm.
we don't dedicate. So every day I think, okay, today did my Guru will be pleased the activity I did today. Okay,
Hmm.
chanted properly and properly behaved properly and associated and everything properly. So now
Hmm.
I am
Hmm.
just in the line of Guru only. So if we are conscious, then we are in Guru's mission. That means it's not about me, any activity. Okay, I don't like this. But no, Guru likes it. Let it be. Na. Let his mission be successful. Let
Hmm.
his desire be priority. So he want me to behave in this way. I don't have to keep any grudges about anyone, no complaints anyone, because Guru will not like it. So you are giving
Ah.
his desire as priority.
Hmm. Prabhuji, here sadhu means only guru or Saga Vaishnavas also, na Prabhuji? Like everyone is sadhu, isn't it?
For us, it is Guru because he is the main
Hmm.
person for us. So Sadhu is if you are having somebody Siksha Guru and others also, we can count that also. Oh.
Oh,
For us,
does it not mean that Vaishnava relationship, that sadhu centric life means living in harmony with Vaishnavas? Does it not mean that? That's what I want.
no, no, here it is not that point. Here the point
Oh,
is about the identification. See,
oh,
basically now we are identifying ourselves. So the
ah,
problem with the offenses is we are self-centered. That's why we are committing offenses.
yes,
The
Prabhuji.
egocentric life is committing offenses. Now we have to
Hmm.
make it guru-centered life. So then we'll not
Oh,
commit offenses. Say now you want to chant in the morning, but you had a fight with somebody. So now you
hmm.
know my priority is chanting. So you will go
Hmm.
and ask forgiveness. So we'll not go with our ego
Oh,
then. Okay, why I should hold
oh,
on to my ego? Let me ask forgiveness. So
hmm.
you are giving priority to not our ego. We are giving priority
Hmm.
to Guru's mission. Guru center. The
Okay.
Guru will not like it. Let me do it.
Hmm.
So it is about ego. The center is that. That is the point.
Oh. Basically, mean the change of heart that is happening to us, na Prabhuji, that state, that center one.
Yes,
After
yes.
that only we will become Krishna centric completely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Right. So here the yesterday we were discussing this point, and now Soma offers Prachetas, the daughter of the trees, Marisha, and they will then we discuss this 2 point, anatomy of enlightened leadership, and then next here I wanted to share this point. So here there are we can by how to remember this is we can ask few questions. So first question is we can ask say why did Soma give one wife to 10 brothers? So what does it reveal about Pracheta's consciousness? So this is the question we can ask. So then means every shloka is actually answering certain questions. So now if you ask this question, why did Soma give one wife? He could have given many wives and they are happy with one wife only. So Sukadeva Goswami said, my dear king, after the pacifying Pracheta, Soma the king of moon gave them beautiful girl born of Pramalocha Apsara. The Prachetas all received Pramalocha's daughter who had high, very beautiful and married her according to the religious system. Are there any dearth of women? Soma in the heavenly planet, so many women are there. Earth also so many are there. Why? You know. So that is the question for all of you. And then next, in the womb of that girl, Prachetas all begot a son named Daksha, who filled the three worlds with living entities. Now, first, Daksha was born during Swayambhu Manu, but because of his offending Lord Shiva, he was punished by having a goat head substituted by his own head. Thus, insulted, he had to give up the body, and in his sixth manvantara called Chakshish Mantra, he was born from the womb of Marisha as Daksha. Now, because his purpose is to beget children, so he cannot have a goat head. Means nobody will be attracted to him. So he has to give up the body. So the previous body has been destroyed, but the same Daksha, inspired by the supreme will, created all the desired living entities in the Chakshusha Manvantara. Thus, Daksha regained his previous opulence and again begot thousands and millions of children to fill the three worlds. Now, here the question is Daksha's second birth is called Daiva Choditaha. So now we can ask the question how does this refute the idea that falling down means permanent failure? So it is not a permanent failure, right? Daksha fell, but it is not permanent failure. He got again restored. That is why it is Daiva Choditaha. We have to understand the difference here. It is the will of Lord. So the second question, I will answer some questions. I will give some questions as per your uh, for you to give answer. So this question which I gave here is why one wife? This anyway I am answering for you. Daiva Chodita is that fall down does not mean permanent failure. So Daksha fell, but it was not permanent. He could come back. So why? By Lord's mercy. See, he had a desire to serve, not that he didn't had, but still also he had this anartha, the false ego. That is the reason he fell. So we have to see these things properly. Actually, I wanted to make PPT, but every time PPT it is boring, so I thought I'll change. Just So here another question. Now here Surya Goswami, please hear from me with great attention how Prajapati Daksha, who was very affectionate to his daughter, created different types of living entities through his semen and through the mind. Now the word Dhriti Vatsala indicates that Praja, all the Prajas were born from Daksha's daughter, and Daksha didn't have son. Actually, all of them took. So all of them they were made into brahmacharis by Narada Muni. That's why he didn't had. He has to create all sons only. Now the question is that here for this we can, if you want to remember this, there is this question: all creation through daughters. What is the metaphysical significance of female principle as creative method? So the quality of woman decides the quality of population. And that's why Arjuna is telling Varana Shankara Karakai, because it is the quality of women that determines. Now, what is happening is in Kali Yuga, the quality is reducing because the training is not given. So that's why it is there is a great problem in Kali Yuga, and slowly it will degrade only. So women, they are not interested only. Means not interested in the sense they want to imitate man in everything. They don't want to be women. That is the problem. Men are not wearing saris, right? Then why women should wear it, wear the uniform of men? Because they feel that insecurity. That's why they do what men are doing. And that's why all the problem. Anyway, I don't want to be misogynistic. So I don't want to make any comment. But you can, you know this problem here now. Now what happens is with the with his mind, Prajapati Daksha first created all kinds of demigods, demon, human, birds, aquatics, and so on. But what happened is, and then next, when Prajapati Daksha saw that he was not properly generating all kinds of living entities, he approached a mountain near Vidya mountain range, and he executed very difficult austerities. Now the question is, now mental creation failed. It is why is will alone insufficient for sustained cosmic population? So this is the question. That means he had will, like creation. Na, Lord is not only upadana karana, is nimitta karana also. Lord, see, this creation comes as conscious endeavor. There is some consciousness behind creation. It is not happening because of some random mixing of chemicals. We should understand this very clearly. The consciousness is the factor behind whatever is happening in this creation. Please understand. Now, consciousness means one, first is there is a will of a person. That's why it is happening like this. Trees, mountains, hills, that. So many things are there. There is a will behind somebody. Not only Lord is willing, he has the knowledge and he has the capability also. This is very important. If you don't understand this, why scientists, the materialistic point of view, why we are so much against materialism is, if you say there is no conscious endeavor, we discuss this also, then we want to exploit it. If you say there is conscious endeavor, then we should also know two things. He has that means the desire is there, not only just desire, he has the intelligence also, he has the capability also of creating. So for us, Daksha had the desire, but he didn't have the capability. That's why he has to perform the austerity to get it. So for us also, not just some what do you say desire, but we also should capability is also there. So now we all have a desire to become pure devotees, but what is lacking? We are not able to practice it. We don't have that capability to practice. So that is why there is sadhana, so that we slowly come to the standard of pure devotional service. So here, same thing. Daksha was creating, but will alone is not sufficient. That's why he need to perform austerities. So this is very clear here, right? So what is the lesson here? Will alone is not sufficient. Now then what happens? He performed this. Now he starts his prayer. So near the mountain was a holy place named Aghamarshana. There Prajapati Daksha executed ritualistic ceremonies and satisfied the Supreme Lord Hari by engaging in great austerities to please him. Right? Now we'll see what next he did. My dear king, I shall fully explain to you the Hamsakusha prayers which were offered to the Supreme Lord uh, by Daksha, and I'll explain how Lord was pleased with him for those prayers. You see, Daksha is not ordinary person. He is able to directly please the Lord, and Lord appeared. So, two things. At that level also people will commit offenses, where they are seeing the Lord, experiencing the Lord, Lord is also pleased, still we commit offenses. So it is to be understood that Hamsakusha prayer were not composed by Daksha, but were existing in the Vedic literature. So here we will see the prayers. So these are the prayers that are there already in the Vedic literature. Daksha is just taking advantage of them and offering to the Lord, and Lord is pleased also. Sri Pajapati Uruvacha Namah Paraya Vitatanubhavutaye Gunatrayabhasa Nimitta Bandhave Adrishtadhamne Gunatattva Buddhibhir Nivrittamanaaya Tathe Swayambhuve. See, other Puranas, we have to separate Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha and find pure devotional aspects. Everywhere pure devotion, Vyasdev has explained. Very important point. Other Puranas, Itihasas and Vedas, Krishna is the means. Bhagavatam, Krishna is the goal. This is the main difference. Please remember all the time. Other Puranas all, Krishna is the means. Bhagavatam, Krishna is the goal. That means we want to take help of Krishna to gain something else. I will do bhakti so that I can get dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That means Krishna is a means to achieve something else. When it comes to Bhagavatam, Krishna is the goal. I am doing bhakti because I want Krishna only. So that is the difference between other Puranas and Bhagavatam. That's what Narada Muni is condemning Vyasdev. Arey, you are making Krishna as means, but where is the book where you are making Krishna as the goal? So then Bhagavatam comes. So other Puranas also bhakti related things are there, but as a means, not as a goal. So when it comes to Bhagavatam, it is a ripened fruit. Why ripened fruit? Without skin, without seed. So seed and skin are like karma and jnana and all other impurities. You cannot directly eat fruit. You get these impurities in between. You have to separate it. So when you go to other Puranas and all, we have to separate these impurities. But when it comes to Bhagavatam, no need of separating. You just directly take everything. So now Daksha, from somewhere Vedic literature, he found out this Hamsagriha prayer and he is reciting. So Bhagavatam took that part. He said, very good. You recited, you will be part of Bhagavatam. So we need not go to that part of Vedic literature to find Hamsagriha prayer. So Bhagavatam is doing, well, Sukadeva Goswami is doing it for us. He is saying, see, such nice prayers are there. So he added to it. So wherever these essential parts are there, Sukadeva Goswami brought and added in Bhagavatam. So he compiled like that. He giving the best part of all the Vedic literature. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam. This is the ripened fruit in that way. So we are getting the full benefit of the no need to go to, because this is the question which Saunakad Rishis asked Suta Goswami. Are Vedic essence, Vedas are like dense, dark forest. who can go inside and come out? So especially Kali Yuga Jivas cannot do it. So you give the essence of it. And now this is the essence. So one of the essence is Hamsa Guhya prayer. So all the prayers are like that only. So they are the essence from different. Some are directly composed, some are from other sections of Vedic literature, brought it and helping us to connect to Krishna like that. So here the first prayer, the Supreme Personality of Prajapadaksha, the Supreme Lord is transcendental to all illusory energy and physical categories it produces. He possesses the potency of unfailing knowledge and supreme will, and he is the control of living entity and the illusory energy. The conditioned souls who have accepted this material manifestation as everything cannot see him, for he is above the evidence of experiential knowledge, self-evident and self-sufficient. He is not cause of any superior cause. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him. This is nice point. Like with our own mindset, we cannot understand the Supreme Lord. So not possible. So that's why these things are explained here. So this is a very nice understanding. So in this purport, Prabhupada is giving some few points. I'll just want to share with you. So these are the terms that are used here. He says that transcendental, beyond, I will write for you. So first is who transcendental beyond, whose experience is never false or unfailing, the reflection of three modes, the cause of the bondage, that is Maya, whose abode is unseen, by intelligence, analytical material elements, analyzing material elements we cannot understand, to one free from false ego, self-existence, self-manifest. So these are the points. And the philosophical point is Lord is para to Maya, not just above the source, but the controller also. And conditioned souls are limited and Swanubhava, self-existence. So here Prabhupada is referring to Brahma Samhita. So these are the points from the purport which I have given. Conditioned soul may try to understand Supreme Lord, but for millions of years, Pantastu Koti Satavatsara, but we cannot understand him. The absolute truth is beyond measurement. The answer is given here by the word Swanubhava. One may understand him or not, but nevertheless he is existing in his own spiritual potency. So the 24th shloka, Daksha is telling, Nayasya sakyam purusho vaiti sakyo sakha vasan samvatsara pure asmin guna guno yata gunino yukta drishtas tasmai maheshaya namaskaromi. He says the senses, as the sense objects, form, taste, touch, smell, and sound, cannot understand how the senses perceive them. So the conditioned souls, although residing in the body alone with the super soul, cannot understand how the supreme spiritual person, the master of material creation, direct his senses. Let me offer my respectful wisdom to you. So here the points to be remembered is this verse, very nice points. Lord is the supreme director. So the analogy is given from Mundaka Upanishad and Shvetashvatara Upanishad. And then Madhvacharya quotes from Skanda Puran. All three things Prabhupada is writing in the purport. So that is the point here. So we have quotation from Madhvacharya, Skanda Puran, and Mundaka Upanishad and Shvetashvatara Upanishad. So much Prabhupada is giving. All Upanishadic knowledge. He gives the Upanishad, what is that? True friendly birds example he is giving. and Lord is witnessing. Actually, super soul is directing the working of the thing, and the conditioned soul has desire. Now you see, Prajapati Daksha, this is not theory. He has realized knowledge. So Prajapati Daksha offers his obeisances to the super soul. He is able to see. Unfortunately, he did not see the super soul in Shiva's heart. That's why he committed offenses. And Madhvacharya quotes from Skanda Purana. Yataranya priya priya tava tu bhakya vedena chatmanah tato jivo na yat sakyam veti tasmai namostute. Actually, Madhvacharya, he only for very few shlokas, I think 1500 or something, he gave commentary of all the 18,000 verses. He took some important shlokas and gave commentary on Bhagavatam. He didn't give full commentary of Bhagavatam. So, and then we have this verse 25th says, Deho asau manavo bhutamatram atmanam anyam cha viduh param yat sarvam puman veda gunamscha tadnyo na veda sarvam janam antatam vidai. So here this shloka, this is nice etymology is there in this. We'll see that. Because there are only matter, the body, the life air, the external internal senses, the five gross elements and subtle sense objects, form, taste, smell, touch, cannot know their own nature, the nature of the other senses or the nature of their controller. But the living entity being, because of his spiritual nature, can know his body, life, air, senses, and elements and sense objects, and he can also know three qualities that form their root. Nevertheless, although living being completely aware of them, he is unable to see the Supreme Being who is omniscient and unlimited. I therefore offer. Actually, very nice verse. Please try to understand. What it is telling that we cannot know the nature of these elements, nature of other senses or other nature. But the living, because of his spiritual nature, we can know his body and life senses, the elements and subject. He can also know the three qualities that form the root. So material scientists can make an analytical study of physical elements, the senses, body and life, air and vital, but still they cannot understand that above all this, the spirit soul is there. That means matter cannot know anything. Jiva knows matter. Paramatma knows Jivas, and Bhagavan, he knows everything. I will write for you. This is a nice point. Please see this one. Matter cannot know anything. I am knowing matter means I am conscious. There is something else that is knowing matter. Like laptop will not know the laptop. If I am switching off the laptop is not telling, array, let me stay for some more time now. Why are you offing me? It does not have. But we are spiritual, Jiva, we can know matter. We can plus gunas also. That means limited knowledge we have. Paramatma is in our heart. He knows the Jiva's desires and he directs. And Bhagavan is Sarvajna, Ananta, unlimited and omniscient. He knows everything and anything. We know, but our knowledge is very limited. Matter cannot know what it is, but that's what this translation, Daksha is telling. Matter don't know, but we know matter. We know gunas. That means there is a soul there. That is the point. So Prabhupada is telling the same thing. The problem is of consciousness. I will tomorrow I will show you one PPT. There is one nice the problem of consciousness. This is about the scientists. Why they have problem with consciousness? They cannot understand when the consciousness came. No, matter comes from consciousness. They think from matter comes consciousness is coming from matter. That is their misunderstanding. So we'll see if possible I'll do. In other words, the living entity, because of being spirit, can understand all material objects. Right? So this is the point which Daksha is making. Very nice. And 26th is a good question there. So 26th verse, they have a good question. What? Yato paramo manaso nama rupa rupasya drishtasmiti sampramo यतीयते केवलया संस्थया हंसाय तस्मै शुचिसं सद्मने नमः. He says when one's consciousness is completely purified of the contamination of mental existence, gross and subtle, without being agitated, as is the working and dreaming state, and when mind is not dissolved in as in susupti, deep sleep, one comes to the platform of trance. So awakened state, dreaming state, and deep sleep state, and that is susupti. Then one's material vision. Every day we get deep sleep, na? That is only 2 hours we get, 1.5 or 2 hours. That is the time the soul gets disconnected from the body, gross and subtle body, and the soul gets nourished, and that is the strength that body receives every day. We need strength every day. How we are getting strength when we sleep? Because the soul gets nourished when it is with itself. That is the nourishment. If we are connecting always with the body and mind, and a person does not sleep, he will not be able to think and do anything proper. Why? Because the soul is not nourished. So we need to come to always this susupti state. Deep sleep state is always needed for us. Then one's material vision and memories of the mind, which manifest name and form, are vanquished. You see, this is the time every day our deep sleep state is there. We should not underestimate. Like if a person does not sleep for 1 week, now he'll become mad. He will become disoriented. Why? Because they is not getting nourishment only. So here Daksha is telling that. Then one's material vision and memories of mind, which manifest name, form, are vanquished. Only in such a trance is the Supreme Lord revealed. So if somebody can come to that stage every day, he can keep unconnected, then the Lord is also revealed. Let us offer our respect to the Supreme Lord, who is seen in that uncontaminated transcendental state. So here there are 2 stages of God realization. One called Suneyam, Sujneyam, are very easily understood generally by mental speculators, and Durjayam, understood only difficulty. So Paramatma realization, Brahman realization considered Sujayam, but realization of Supreme Lord is Durjneyam. So Paramatma and Brahman is easy. Bhagavan is very difficult. So that means in one level bhakti is difficult. Process of bhakti is easy. Lord is difficult because ahankara is there. It looks very simple bhakti, but ahankara holds us from doing it. So this transcendental realization is above susupti, deep sleep state. So the question here we can ask is this one. Yeah, the question is the 4 stages of consciousness. Why susupti, not the goal, but turiya, the trance is the goal. Yeah, this is from the purport we can understand. So here I'll write for you the question for this shloka. So we want to go to next level, turiya. Now Prabhupada is writing here, you see. As the mind thinking, feeling, and willing, or in other words, when mental speculation, as described herein, one attains the ultimate realization supreme when one gives up the activities of mind, thinking, feeling, and willing. Or in other words, when mental speculation stops, this transcendental realization is above susupti, deep sleep. In our gross conditional stage, we perceive things through material experience and remembrance. And in the settled stage, we perceive the world in dreams, right? Now we are seeing, what we are seeing is mental perceptional, material experience only. If I am seeing a thing, the experience is because of the impressions I have. That's why I am getting this type of vision. Same thing, two people are looking, both are looking differently. I am seeing, array, it is very hot today. Somebody is saying, oh, it is bright today. Somebody is feeling it is dull today. So everybody is having, that is what is called here material experience. Okay. And remembrance. And settled stage is dream. When we sleep, we are in dreams, we are perceiving. That is also mind only. In both cases, it is mind only, it is showing us. What you are seeing is what your mind shows. If your mind is showing it is good, you will think, oh, it is good. Whether it is good or bad, that is a different thing. What mind shows is what we see. That is what Prabhupada is telling. Everybody is seeing through their mind. That is like glasses I am wearing. If I am putting yellow glasses, everything looks yellow. So now my mind is yellow color. So I'll see everything yellow now. What mind is showing, right? So now, second perception is in dreams. Now the process of vision also involves remembrance and also exists in the settled form. You all agree? Now, above gross experience and dream is Susupti, the deep sleep state that I already told. We are in a three state, either awake, dream, or deep sleep. And when one comes to the complete spiritual platform, deep transcendental sleep, he attained trance, Vishuddha Sattva, or in which the Supreme Lord is revealed. The Lord does not come into this material world just to kill the demons. His appearance is a Vishuddha Sattva, a pure goodness form. Atas Sri Krishna Namadi Nabhavet Grahyam Indre. As long as one is situated in duality, one's sensual platform, gross or subtle realization of Supreme Lord is impossible. Very important point. For me, because I am seeing everything through the eyes of my mind, I always see duality. That is where Guru come into picture. He will make us see things beyond duality. Arjuna said, I will not. Arjuna is showing the world as a problem. He gave a problem statement. Krishna told, wait a minute. That is your mind showing this world. I will show you how to see the world. You are understanding the difference? So it is not about the world, it is how we are seeing. So this is the main difference. Oh, already time over. Huh? Okay. One more point I will tell you. This we will complete this point. So very duality is, that's why if you see mind, I will always say I like, I don't like. This class I don't like. That class I like. So this is our duality only. So Guru will say, no, no, Bhagavatam, Prabhupada purport. Prabhupada is telling, no, no, don't see the duality. I I always see duality. So we have to always say, I, you know, there are no Balram Shakti Prabhu, no stories, no jokes, only philosophy. Even then we have to attend because no duality. Array, others are no, so many jokes are there, so many stories, some music is also there, Bhagavad Katha is there. That is mind is telling. We have to go beyond duality and follow what Guru says like that. So Sevon Mukehi Jihvado. But when one engages his senses in the service of Lord, specifically when one engages the tongue in chanting and tasting Krishna Prasad, see two things, Prasadam and chanting. That is the strength for our bhakti. Strength for our bhakti is only eat Prasadam and chant, finish. And with a spirit of service, that is very important. The Supreme Lord is revealed. See, two services you can get the Lord. This is indicated in this verse by the word Suchi Satmane. Suchi means purified. Chanting is Kirtan also, not just Japa. Both are counted in that. Because in Kirtan, our emotions are also there. So we can feel emotions in Kirtan. That's why Kirtan is more powerful than chanting also. Because in Kirtan, we can put all our emotions. People are singing great emotions. That will change all our sanskaras, Kirtan. Right? So here Daksha therefore offers his respectful obeisance unto Supreme Lord, who is revealed on the platform of Suchi Sadmani. Vishnu Chakra Thakur quotes the following from Brahma's Tatapi Bhuman Mahimanugasyate Vibhodhamarhatyamalatmaratmabhi. One whose heart has become completely purified by my Lord can understand the transcendental qualities of Lord, can understand the greatness of your Lordship. So here something from the purport also. So I will show this chart for you so that it is easy for you to remember. So these are the stages, and please see the chart here. This is from here it starts. The 4 stages of consciousness. This is from Mundak Upanishad. Jagrati, Swapna, Sushupti, and Turiya. Turiya is a trance, Vishuddha state. Okay. And Uparana means cessation, Nama, Rupa, Drishta, Smita. So this is from the shloka. So here, Suchi Sadma is the pure platform of purity. And purport purpose telling this is 2 stages of realization. Okay, thank you all very much. Any questions, comments? Yes, Deepa message. Oh, you can unmute.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Then
See, this I did not understand, or probably I didn't hear attentively about why you mentioned that in deep sleep the soul actually disconnects from the body and then it gets nourished. Can you?
body and mind also.
Yeah, can you explain how that gets nourished? And second thing is that you mentioned that Turiya is the goal, not deep sleep. But if in deep sleep it is getting disconnected, so how I didn't hear that part. I think Prabhuji, can you please repeat that and a little with examples?
Yeah. See, Prabhupada is writing that here he writes that Susupti is deep sleep. When one comes to the platform, complete spiritual platform, transcending deep sleep, he attains Vishuddha Sattva. This is called Turiya. So we have 4 stages. So deep sleep is when the soul is with its on means with itself, like Brahman platform. The soul remains with itself. That is the stage of Brahman also.
Mm-hmm.
Is not with any mind or anything. But we cannot stay for long in that. We come back and we wake up and we again identify because we don't want it. So, but we get
Mm-hmm.
nourished by that. That is there. So every day we need to be with ourselves, soul. Where is the soul should get some strength and energy is when it sleeps. So when it gets disconnected, then it's happy. So that's why Lord arranged sleep for us, so that we get nourished.
So those people who are like now having all these like their circadian things, especially this our next generation, like my kids and all that, they don't sleep. They sleep at very odd times and all that. So what happens? Like, is it like anytime deep sleep, or is it like only that nighttime deep sleep? What is the significance?
What happens is sleep, na? When we sleep, we are digesting our emotions also. So it is not just digestion of food. When we are sleeping, emotions are also getting digested. And if people are not that's why we have to sleep before like 10 to 9 o'clock time. 10 to 12 is the time when emotions get digested, the food get digested properly. If you sleep,
Mm-hmm.
we get back some good sleep and our food is also digested. So
Mm.
along with the food, emotions also get digested. Now what happens if the people are not sleeping properly in time and all these things, their emotions are not getting digested. And that's why we see all sorts of problems which children are the present generation are facing is emotionally they are not very strong because they don't get digested.
Hmm.
So we have to tell them that it's not just for the uh, body, it's also for the mind. You have to sleep. So they'll get digestion problem also, they'll get mental problems also if they don't sleep. And we
Hmm.
can see the result also. Many of them, they are having all these mental issues. Now they have to go to, in the West especially, they have to take so many medicines to cure themselves.
Hmm. So
So
is it
also,
like if you sleep at that time, then you go into that stage when the
no,
soul will
other time
become
also you
very
get every day, any time they go into deep sleep. Not that they don't get deep sleep, but emotions don't get digested other times properly.
okay. Also, my doubt is like you said that soul gets to the Brahman and it gets nourished. So is it that like when we sleep
It
in the
is a
night,
Brahman state. It is a
in
Brahman
a
state.
yeah, in a certain time, the soul gets disconnected, and that happens to be the Brahma Muhurta time, and therefore it gets nourished better. Is there some logic like that?
No, 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 not Brahma. By the time Brahmota, we have to wake up only.
Okay, just before Brahma Muhurta, I mean.
That time, it will be any time in between. We will not know exactly. But
Okay,
sometime we get nourished. Wherever you are in deep sleep, that time you are nourished.
okay. But for I mean emotions to be digested, that is the specific time. So what is
That is the time you even food also to get digested, emotions also get digested. That is a good time.
so in the night, what is that ideal time, Prabhuji? The last time before which
Nine
we
to
need
12.
9
Nine
to
to
12.
12 is good time. Yeah.
Okay. And then we also see that many of the devotees also don't have enough sleep. Like I myself have sometimes 4.5, 5 hours sleep only because then there
But
is time to.
if you are getting deep sleep state, then that's not a
That
problem.
is okay. Okay. That's why even when Prabhupada used to sleep only 10 to 12 and then 12 to then again he would start writing and all that. How would he take care of his health, Prabhuji?
Yeah, he's always, even in wake up also, he's in Turiya state. He's in a, he's in a
Oh.
transitive state.
How does
So
one go into Turiya state, Prabhuji?
by after, once you cross beyond dualities, then you can reach that. And you don't see any good or bad. Everything is, you're able to see in relation to Krishna, everything. Then you will reach
Hmm.
Turiya state.
So
Now
here,
we
like
see
you
in terms
mentioned,
of good
our
and
goal
bad.
is not.
We don't see Krishna's vision. We see according to our vision. We see good and bad in this world. If you can come out of that conditioning, good and bad, then you are in Turiya.
So when we are when you mentioned that Susukti is not our goal is Turiya.
Yeah.
So what does that mean to how are we matlab,
Sushupti means
manually
every
we are
day we
not
are
able
in
to?
Sushupti stage. Na? Every day we are in deep sleep stage, but
Yes.
we don't want to deep sleep. We want to be awake and do service. In a conscious level, we want to serve Krishna.
Mm.
So for a impersonalist, he may have that as the goal, but for us, it is not the goal. We want to be awakened and we want to be
Mm.
in the way.
And because we are doing transcendental service, at that time automatically consciousness is transcendental and therefore Turiya. Is that it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, got it, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Sita, come
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam.
on.
Prabhuji, my question is, you said no that for other scriptures, the goal, Krishna is the means by which to attain their own material goals, and for Bhagavatam, the Krishna is the goal. So, Prabhu, but we say na in Bhakti, Krishna is both the goal and means also. So, for Bhagavatam, the means is also Krishna only, and the goal is also Krishna.
Yes. Means is bhakti, goal is Krishna. Our means
Okay.
is bhakti. People,
Right.
for them, bhakti to Krishna is like means, but they want something else. For them,
Material.
Krishna is you want to take help of Krishna to get something, but we want to get Krishna. So for them, they do bhakti. Bhakti is there in other Puranas, but bhakti is as a means. That is not the goal.
So we as devotees, we seek Krishna's help to get Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, right. Prabhu. And Prabhuji, one more thing, this concept of sleep for the soul, but I've never heard of it earlier. So I always thought that sleep is on the material for the material body and the mind for resting. So soul, Prabhu's soul is spiritual and soul is always active. So that's inherent nature of the soul. So how come that soul needs some rest and disconnect with the body and to nourish? So soul ke liye to spiritual things like chanting, hearing, that should be nourishing for the soul.
So that is nourishment, and we also need nourishment. Like if the soul is itself, then it is nourishment. So this material things, whole day we are engaged in material activity, it will not nourish the soul. If you are whole day in Krishna conscious, that will nourish. But we are whole day, we are not Krishna conscious. Na? That's why we have to sleep and get disconnected with the body. That's why if you are whole day in Krishna conscious, like Prabhupada, whole day is Krishna conscious. So even if he sleeps 1 hour also, it will work for him. It won't work for us because we need spiritual, we need that type of nourishment. So the soul is getting tired with material activity. So we say na food for soul. What does food for soul mean? We use this
The
word, na prasadam is soul
sad.
food.
Okay.
So it is not just matter; it is for the soul also, because soul also need nourishment. Is the point.
So Prabhu, this Turiya state is this only to be completely absorbed in Lord throughout.
Yes.
Okay. So Prabhuji, that see when we say 24, matlab, while doing everything else, we have to be absorbed in Krishna's thoughts. So isn't it? Matlab, at least we try our best. That while cooking also we think we're cooking for Krishna, or while doing anything else for socializing also we think we want to make this person a devotee someday. So isn't it these thoughts are also Krishna conscious thoughts only? So at least we are trying to
This
keep.
is at the level of smarana. This is only smarana we are doing. We should come to the stage of dhyana. When we are chanting, we are at dharana stage. Dharana is like we remember things. Means we should get the image of Krishna when we are chanting. That is the second stage. And then the third stage is we get dharana, dhyana. Dhyana stage is where you get the three-dimensional form. You directly see the form of Krishna. So presently, what state we are is a state of only smaranam. Like what you are trying to do is doing smaranam. You are trying to remember Krishna with all the things related to Krishna. Like you are singing the song of Krishna, you are remembering Govardhan, or you are remembering the form of the deity. So it's a forcefully we are trying to bring into our consciousness things related to Krishna. So this is our present state. So we have to next stage where we have to grow is it automatically starts Krishna coming in our thought. The image of Krishna starts coming. So at least at the time of chanting, we should bring to this stage where we are getting the remembrance of Krishna naturally. Uh, and the form or image of Krishna is coming at the time of chanting. Then next stage, when we come to dhyana stage, when you can see the features of Krishna properly, much more detailed. So this is how we get. So now what you are doing is Smaranam stage only.
And that's
Clear,
a
Mati?
mechanical process. Matlab, we are
This
trying to
is
mechanically.
mechanical. Yeah, for us is mechanical present. It is
And
not
gradually,
happening.
so Prabhu, gradually with the mercy of devotees and association, we will get towards the natural thing.
Yeah, yeah. On its own, it spontaneously, Krishna starts appearing in our consciousness.
Right, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna Pranam, Prabhuji.
Vrindavan Gopal.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'm audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, bro.
Okay. So thank you very much, Prabhuji, for a very nice discussion. So Prabhuji, my question was related to the same point regarding that deep sleep state. So basically, you're talking in a Turiya, like in a deep sleep state, actually soul get disconnected from the subtle body. And when soul get disconnected from the subtle body, then that is kind of gives a nourishment to the soul. So, and specifically we see then maybe is this like a due to like a mind false ego and intelligence because of that subtle bodies, it is having continuous having different kinds of desire, interaction, all that. So that brings fatigues to the soul. Procedure material
Yeah, material absorption brings fatigue to the soul.
right. So because even when many times we observe sometimes if we do some very extensive spiritual activity like do some service on some festivals and all that. So many times we get exhausted, but still like we don't feel that fatigue, Proji. So
We feel blissful also.
right.
Yeah,
Mm.
true. That's because the soul is getting nourished. But if
Mhm.
you do spiritual activity in a material consciousness, then you'll get tired.
Right. So if you have a right consciousness, in that right consciousness, if you perform a spiritual activity, then that naturally gives the nourishment to the soul. But due to like material absorption, it is the main cause of the fatigue, right, Roji?
Yes.
Okay.
So
And
after
Roji,
Bhagavatam, morning Bhagavatam class, we are tired or we are nourished. Depends
we are
on how we heard the class.
right. Right. We feel like a more nourished, Roji, if you have right consciousness while hearing.
If you hear with right consciousness, you feel nourished after Bhagavatam class. Otherwise, you feel, my God, 2 hours are over. I'm tired now.
Right. And Prabhuji, now currently we see like a lot of materialistic people. There people are going down intoxication, drugs, and all that. So that is like they're artificially trying to disconnect from subtle body. Is this Prabhuji?
No. They are trying to hallucinate the mind. They are not
Uh-huh.
disconnecting.
Uh-huh.
They are trying to make mind more dull because mind is creating problems. So they are making the mind dull. That is the problem actually there.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Like very grateful. Hare Krishna.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, we'll end here. Okay. There's something. Somehow we have to be disconnected from the bodily conception now because not doing spirituality so focused to do by mechanical way by sleeping. We have practically experienced that when we are more into spiritual activity and to do not need 4 hours is sufficient, correct. Less sleep will be sufficient if we are spiritually so much engaged. Thank you all very much. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.